You know what you and Diddy was doing together in y'all younger years. All that's coming out.
Who else did you see allegedly on the tapes?
Tyrese with Will and Jada. Then the one with Charlie Mack and Will. Jada's not on it, but you can hear her say, make him spit up. Period.
Get him bored, get him bored, get him bored, get him bored.
I'm giving y'all the update that Bilal's alleged sister is saying that they're trying to tell her that the man is now brain dead, pure Bible, and he can't talk and he can't speak right now. And they're trying to make her have to make a huge decision. And I told her, do not make the decision and take him off of life support. Pure Bible.
You know Will me. You know Diddy made me suck his. You know what's going on. You know Charlie made me suck.
You know, he's surrounded by a whole lot of strength. He's surrounded by a whole lot of love. And all he has to do is add discipline, and he's gonna be all right.
Will Smith's former best friend of almost 40 years has sued his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, saying that she threatened to end his life. Now, Jada has said she was going to sue him first, but apparently he has beat her to the punch.
Say what now? News is spreading fast that Brother Bilal is fighting for his life in Colombia after reportedly suffering a sudden case of pneumonia. As of now, online reports and social media claims say he may be in a coma or suffering severe complications, though none of this has been officially confirmed. What's making people uneasy is the timing, especially with fans pointing out that pneumonia has been cited in several high-profile celebrity deaths in the past. That comparison alone has sent the internet into a frenzy.
Open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him. Murder, like murder. It was murder in there.
According to commentary circulating online, Bilal's family has allegedly had difficulty reaching him, adding even more confusion and fear to the situation. Again, these are claims, not verified facts, but the lack of clear information has only fueled speculation. To make things even stranger, this news surfaced shortly after Ray J was also hospitalized with a reported health issue, which led social media to start connecting dots that may or may not exist. Right now, it's important to stress that correlation does not equal confirmation, but people are definitely asking questions. What is everyone talking is the context. Over the past several days, Brother Bilal has been making explosive public statements on various platforms, including interviews and live streams, where he discussed allegations involving powerful figures like Will Smith and Sean Diddy Combs. These were Bilal's claims, not proven facts, but the intensity and frequency of his appearances caught public attention fast. At the same time, Bilal is reportedly involved in an ongoing civil lawsuit against Jada Pinkett Smith, which he filed seeking $3 million in damages. According to the lawsuit documents as described publicly, Bilal claims he feared for his safety due to alleged threats made after he spoke about private matters on platforms like Tasha K's show. These allegations have not been proven in court, and Jada Pinkett Smith has not been found liable for any wrongdoing. Bilal's lawsuit alleges that in September 2021, he was confronted at the Regency Calabasas Commons, where he claims Jada warned him to stop speaking about her personal life or face serious consequences. He further alleges that she attempted to pressure him into signing a non-disclosure agreement, and when he refused, the confrontation escalated verbally.
Before we put out the interview, all we put out was a clip that went ultra viral. Okay? Yeah. Everybody in the world got this clip. It was trending for days on Twitter, okay? Before the interview comes out, what shocked me is Jada is doing her book promotional for Worthy.
Yes.
She goes to the Breakfast Club and she sits down and they ask her about you, but they can't not ask. Like, it's so huge.
Right.
And to my surprise, she answers.
It's ridiculous, right? And it's nonsense. And this is a person that tried a money shakedown that didn't work. We're gonna take legal action.
The reason Will responded, the reason why Jada responded, because they know it's true. Will's never responded. And they responded in less than 9 hours.
They did. That was a fast response.
That was because he know what I saw in that dressing room. He know other things that I saw. She did all this to try to scare me, but I fear no one but Allah. Jada, listen, in 2 weeks, if you don't sue me in 2 weeks, if Tasha K will have me, I'm back here and I'm dropping evidence. Period. You said I extorted you. You said there's a money shakedown. You said a lot of things about me. And you know that the things that you said were untrue. Let's get into a little bit more of it. Jada runs Will. Period. Me and her at war. I'm gonna put Will to the side. Will is to the side. Me and Jada, I will say this because I know you're watching. I know Karen Tense is watching.
Who's Karen Tense?
That is her PR person for years.
Okay.
Right? I know they're watching. Jada, you're a bald-head liar and you're a addict, right?
Oh, God.
You told the world that you were going to sue me. As of yet, and you said you're going to do it swift. It's been over 2 weeks. So Jada, I'm giving you 2 more weeks to sue me. If you don't sue me, this is what's going to happen. All the parties, right? And the men that you hit with dildos, I'm naming names, right? All the salacious stuff that you have done and hurt other people, I'm naming names. You assassinate my character. You say I extort you. Well, extortion is criminal. Like, I would be in jail right now if I tried to extort.
These claims are part of an active legal dispute, meaning they remain allegations, not established facts. Now people are asking, why was Bilal in Colombia to begin with? That detail hasn't been clearly explained yet. And until verified information comes out, everything surrounding his travel and medical condition remains speculative. According to Brother Bilal, the reason tensions escalated so fast is because Jada Pinkett Smith allegedly did not want her private business discussed online. Bilal claims things reached a breaking point once he began speaking publicly about Will Smith in 2023, sharing what he described as a shocking personal account from years earlier. These statements were his allegations, not proven facts, but the internet reacted instantly once clips began circulating. After those comments went viral, Bilal says the response came quickly. He claims Jada threatened legal action and attempted to shut him down. She allegedly accused him of trying to extort both her and Will before making any public claims. From her side, those accusations were framed as protecting her family and reputation. From Bilal's side, he said it felt like intimidation. None of these claims have been ruled on in court, and it's important to note that no findings of wrongdoing have been made against Will or Jada. Instead of backing down, Bilal doubled down publicly. He returned to Tasha K's platform, where he stated that if formal lawsuit paperwork wasn't served within a specific time frame, he would continue speaking. That move only escalated the situation online, drawing more attention and debate. Shortly after, Bilal appeared on another podcast called Make It Make Sense, and this is where the conversation intensified even further. If people thought the earlier interviews were explosive, this one took things to another level. Bilal made additional allegations about abuse of power in the entertainment industry, claims that again remain unproven and strongly disputed by those involved. On that podcast, Bilal accused Will Smith of allegedly using industry influence to manipulate aspiring actors, promising career opportunities in exchange for personal compliance. These were presented as Bilal's claims, not verified events. He alleged that some individuals involved did not share the same orientation and felt pressured by promises of success. Those statements sparked widespread controversy, criticism, and concern, but they remain allegations only, with no legal ruling supporting them. It's important to slow this down and add context. Claims like these are serious and damaging, and repeating them without clarification can mislead audiences. To date, Will Smith has not been charged, found liable, or legally implicated in any such actions. The statements Bilal made are part of ongoing disputes and public commentary, not established facts. Still, the situation highlights something bigger than one interview. It shows how social media can turn allegations into wildfire, especially when powerful names are involved. Once claims hit podcasts and viral clips, the court of public opinion often moves faster than the legal system ever could. That's why this story feels so volatile right now. Between lawsuits, public accusations, and now concerning health reports, people are trying to connect dots. But responsible conversations require patience and verified information. At this point, what exists are claims, denials, and unanswered questions. No court decisions, no official findings, just a loud, emotional, and fast-moving narrative that continues to evolve. According to Brother Bilal, the situation didn't stop with influence and intimidation. It allegedly went much darker. He claims that after certain individuals were pulled into these powerful circles, they were either passed along to other industry figures or silenced through pressure and fear. These are Bilal's allegations, not proven facts, but the pattern he describes is what's got so many people uneasy right now. Bilal has specifically pointed to Bashir Gray as someone he believes was harmed by this system. For context, Bashir was a young actor who, according to Bilal, was introduced to Will Smith through his then-manager Charlie Mack for what was presented as mentorship, with approval from his mother at the time. Bilal claims that instead of guidance, Bashir was allegedly exposed to an environment that left him emotionally and mentally damaged. These claims have not been proven in court and remain allegations. Bilal alleges that Bashir was pulled into adult industry spaces far too early, surrounded by powerful figures, and left without real protection. He claims that the experience allegedly led to severe emotional distress and struggles with substance abuse later on. Again, these are claims, not legal findings, and they are strongly disputed by those named.
I robbed in Chicago for Empire. It's a damn mess. It's no other way to put it. This dude is going crazy, right? He's out there allegedly with male prostitutes. He's pissing in the trailer. He's acting psychotic, right?
The same thing he's doing now.
Beyond that. But this is why a show is going on. I pulled him to the side. I said, listen, I'm here to help you and so forth and so on. So he was like, all right, I feel that. He said, everybody on the set know you. Everybody seem like they love you. Okay. I want to love you because everybody else love you. I said, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But he kept acting up. And then one day I said, what the F is wrong with you? And he was like, you know. He said, you know Will me. You know Diddy made me suck his penis. You know what's going on. You know Charlie made me suck. And I said, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. So he crying, no blood is coming from his nose. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Somebody stole 2 hard drives from Jada's house. So now we get into why she's even more mad. Jada will watch at the houses. She had her laptop. She would stick her hard drive in, right? Boom, and hook it up to the TV. And she could play whatever video she watching. So I'm seeing videos of her and Will and a bunch of other, some celebrities, everything. Because remember, the last interview I told you, if you don't sue me, I'm gonna let people know who you've been hitting with them dildos. And I said, if you don't sue, I'm gonna sue. So I told you, being Muslim, whatever I say I'm gonna do, that's what I'm gonna do, period. And I gotta have evidence. So she's sitting down here watching, playing with herself, high as a kite, right? Not caring who's in the house, whether kids watching, nothing. She's in her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes. I saw them, and I saw some things that were unreal, and I saw celebrities on the tape.
Ooh.
I'm under penalty of perjury. If anything in here is a lie, my ass going to jail, period. There's no if, there's no ends, there's no buts. You know what you and Diddy was doing together in y'all younger years. All that's coming out.
Who else did you see allegedly on the tapes?
Tyrese with Will and Jada. Then the one with Charlie Mack and Will. Jada's not on it, but you can hear her say, make him spit up, period. So when these tapes come out, people will know I'm telling the absolute truth. Allegedly. So it's time for everybody that got a credible story, I should say, to start the process.
As the conversation grew louder, Jaguar Wright entered the discussion and publicly said she believed Bilal's account. She claimed there were deeper layers to the story and suggested that damaging material exists involving multiple industry figures. Those statements are unverified and have never been presented in court, but they added more fuel to an already explosive situation.
They're trying to slay him out so he'll feel too embarrassed to file his lawsuit against Diddy for what Will and Diddy did to him. With Jaden and Justin present, that tape exists.
Okay.
I really hope none of that baby oil was used on those kids. That would just be in bad taste. Baby oil on babies.
You can't say that the flavor camp was sponsored by Johnson and Johnson. You just come on. Come on.
Starting to sound that way, ain't it?
No.
All that talent, and she let Charlie tune that boy up, knowing that he was bipolar and had ADHD. What kind of mother would do that to her son? Turn him into a prostitute so you could pretend to be something more than what you are, which is nothing more than a Philly whore. You're a whore. You're a bigger whore than they're making your son out to be, that's for sure. Because he didn't have no choice. You was down by all. I'm sorry. The Bashir conversation for me is not easy. Because I came to Bilal and I asked Bilal to help me save the kids, and all he was worried about was his fucking book.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Don't nobody care about these kids. Don't nobody care about these kids.
Before Bilal's recent health emergency, he appeared on Tasha K's platform one last time, and that interview sent shockwaves across social media. During that appearance, Bilal said he had direct knowledge of Bashir's emotional collapse years earlier. He described a moment where Bashir allegedly broke down and spoke about feeling betrayed, used, and abandoned by people he trusted. Importantly, Bilal framed this as emotional and psychological harm, not graphic detail, but the implications were still disturbing. Bilal claimed Bashir felt trapped, powerless, and unable to speak publicly without consequences. According to Bilal, this fear is exactly why so many people stay silent in the industry for years. These statements remain allegations, and no court has validated them. What made this moment hit harder was the timing. Shortly after Bilal's final interview, news broke of his sudden medical emergency overseas. That sequence alone sent the internet into speculation mode. Even though no evidence currently links his health situation to anything he discussed publicly. Right now, it's critical to separate claims from conclusions. These are serious accusations involving powerful names, but they have not resulted in criminal charges or legal findings. Still, the reason people are paying attention is because multiple voices are describing the same kind of system, one built on power, silence, and fear. Brother Bilal didn't stop there. He also claimed he had multiple explicit recordings involving Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, Diddy, Bashir, and even Tyrese. Those were his allegations. And he said the reason he hadn't released anything publicly was because doing so would put his life in immediate danger. That statement alone sent shockwaves through social media, with people questioning whether he was bluffing or warning everyone of what was coming next. Right after that interview aired, Bilal allegedly made a sudden move. He reportedly took the next flight to Colombia, believing it would be safer for him to lay low there for a few days. According to people close to him, he feared for his life and believed there had already been attempts to harm him because of what he'd been saying publicly. To him, leaving the country wasn't a vacation, it was a survival move. But here's where things took an even darker turn. Rumors began circulating that even Colombia wasn't enough to keep him safe. Reports started popping up claiming Bilal was involved in a car accident shortly after arriving there. From there, the story spiraled fast. Online sources began saying he was hospitalized, possibly in a coma, and allegedly suffering from severe pneumonia. None of this has been officially confirmed by Bilal himself, but the timing made people uneasy. More alarming claims followed. It was reported that Bilal's sister in the United States had not been able to reach him since he left the country. According to those reports, she was extremely worried and unsure of his condition or whereabouts. The lack of communication only added fuel to the growing fear online that something serious had happened. Social media posts started spreading rapidly, claiming things like, Brother Bilal was involved in an auto accident, now allegedly brain dead with pneumonia. Others added that he was in danger and urged people to pray and spread awareness. These posts went viral fast, even though no hospital records or official statements had been released to confirm the details. What made the situation even more unsettling was the narrative people attached to it. Many pointed out that Bilal was known as Will and Jada's former close friend, someone who had recently been speaking openly about alleged misconduct tied to powerful industry figures. To those watching, the sequence of events felt disturbing: explosive interviews, sudden international travel, then a medical emergency surrounded by silence. That doesn't mean conclusions should be drawn, but it explains why people are asking questions. Right now, everything surrounding Bilal's condition remains unverified, built on secondhand reports, social media claims, and concern from people who say they can't reach him. What is clear is that the situation has captured massive attention. Whether this turns out to be a tragic health crisis, misinformation amplified online, or something else entirely, the uncertainty has people on edge. Until doctors, family members, or official sources speak directly, all anyone can do is wait, question responsibly, and avoid jumping to conclusions. According to what's circulating online, Brother Bilal allegedly went into hiding in Colombia shortly after his most recent appearance on Tasha K, where he claimed he had hard drives full of receipts and was actively working on a book. Those statements alone set social media on fire. People took it as a sign that he believed serious information was coming out and that he needed to protect himself while doing so. None of this has been independently verified, but the timing raised eyebrows fast. At the same time, more chatter started spreading. Ray J was also reportedly hospitalized with pneumonia. Again, these are online reports and not official confirmations, but once people started seeing similar health stories pop up around public figures who've been speaking out, speculation exploded. Folks online began drawing connections, asking uncomfortable questions, and forming narratives that took on a life of their own. Now here's where the conversation turns even darker. Many are saying that if something happens to Bilal, the public won't let the story end quietly. Whether fair or not, people have already tied his situation to Will Smith and Diddy, and that kind of speculation doesn't fade easily once it spreads, especially not in today's internet culture, where screenshots, clips, and past interviews live forever. Adding fuel to the fire, a recent moment involving Will Smith caught people's attention. When he was asked publicly about the allegations surrounding him, some viewers felt his response, particularly a brief smile, came off as unsettling. To be clear, interpretations of body language are subjective, but online audiences ran with it, framing it as dismissive or calculated. That reaction alone reignited debates that had briefly cooled down. Now let's slow this down. There is no verified evidence that Will Smith, Diddy, or anyone else had anything to do with Bilal's reported accident or health condition. None. What exists right now are claims, rumors, fear, and unanswered questions.
How do you respond to the allegations that you bruised Brian Joseph Phillips?
Come on, man.
Is it really funny?
Yeah?
Why did you fire him?
When these people are confronting Will, why is Will laughing when they're asking him about these allegations? Now I'm very in fear for the violinist, and now I'm very in fear for Bashir. Shout out to my baby coming in the building and everybody in the building. Yes, I am very serious. This is what the sister is stating, but she doesn't believe it. Neither do I. Pure survival. How the hell did he go from going to the hospital to pneumonia? Now y'all trying to say that he's brain dead, so she can't talk to him. Nobody can find out. Yo, listen, we got a ban. We got a ban. Listen, look how Will Smith reacted when they asked him, and then he's surrounded by these big-time, rich, white bodyguard dudes telling people, look, don't ask him no questions. Will is smiling and laughing.
But when information is scarce and emotions are high, speculation fills the gaps fast. Some online voices have gone as far as saying something dark or sinister is happening behind the scenes. That language reflects fear and mistrust, not facts. And while it's understandable why people are alarmed, especially if Bilal's family hasn't released clear updates, it's important not to turn concern into accusations without proof. What is real is this: Bilal's situation has people worried. If he truly is injured, ill, or unreachable, the priority should be his health and safety. His family's next steps matter a lot, because without official communication, rumors will continue to spiral. Now, The question shifts to you. What do you think about the timing of all this? Do you believe Bilal's reported car accident and illness are just tragic coincidences amplified by the internet? Or do you think there's more to the story that hasn't come out yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments and keep the conversation respectful and grounded. Watch closely, question carefully, and remember, speculation travels faster than truth. If more verified information comes out, it'll speak louder than any rumor ever could.